All right, so once again, it's your boy GM Slickdeezy out the Heezy, you know what I'm saying? Click that subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell. We're going to get it popping like this. You already know. All right, so we're going to do something fun this time, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into a show. It's called Black AF, you know what I'm saying? But let's not be politically correct. It's called Black as Fuck up on Netflix, shorty. So in this show, Kenya Barris is playing his real life self, you know what I mean? Now, if you don't know who Kenya Barris is, he's a guy that's executive produced a lot of your favorite shows. You know, shows like Black-ish, Grown-ish, Mixed-ish, all that type of ish, you know what I'm saying? And he's like a father to like 6 kids, you know what I mean? So that's pretty much the gist of that. It's like a reality show. And then you have the wife who plays JoJo Barris, who is really Rashida Jones. And I was thinking to myself, like, Rashida Jones, I was like, oh, snaps. I ain't seen her in a minute. I ain't seen her since she played in that movie Tag, you know what I'm saying? She had a cameo in that joint. She was fire. Yeah, but she's also had cameos into other type of shows that you might recognize, you know, shows like The Office and also Parks and Recreation, you know what I mean? So then you have this guy, off the top, I can't really remember his name, but he's basically like a servant to them, to the family or whatever. He's supposed to, like, you know, do intern things, help them out in situations, and he's kind of their manager too. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain his role, but once you watch the show, you'll understand his occupation, you know what I mean? All right, so this is one of their kids. His name is Pops, you know what I'm saying? He's very sensitive. And when I say sensitive, I don't mean flagrant or anything like that. Like, prime example, he's like all depressed. He's like ready to hyperventilate or whatever because the kids in his classroom didn't remember his birthday, even though the teacher wrote it up on the chalkboard or whatever. And he thought he could just get over by just giving them donuts. I mean, like I said, you have to watch the show to understand what I'm talking about. And here you have this little 8-year-old named Cam. And Cam is real funny. Like, he's a compulsive liar. Like, he just does a lot of reckless things that goes on in the house. Like, he's breaking up stuff and then tries to tell people, like, I'll clean it up, it's all good, knowing he's not going to do it. It's hilarious. And here you have the little sister, Izzy. Yeah, she's got some issues, too. Yeah, Izzy's kind of reckless, too. I mean, sometimes throughout the show, she wants to identify herself as white, or I don't know. It's a whole dynamic with her and how she bonds with Cam, and it's a whole big thing. Like I said, if you watch the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. And right here we have Ian Benson, who plays Drea Barris in the show. She does the narrating too. Now, Drea is basically the MVP of the whole show. I mean, like, she does narrating through time to time. She's like filming their parents, filming their life. Out of like a lot of things that the parents do and the kids do, Drea has the most common sense when it comes to everything. So she's basically going through things and just giving them lessons in life. Now, some people would say when watching this show, they kind of consider them, like, as far as a higher class and a level, they're kind of bougie, but they're not really bougie. And then to kind of, like, you know, counteract that narrative, that every now and then, it does give a positive message towards the end of each show. I don't know if it's a powerful message, but it's a message nonetheless. And they'll throw in something about, you know, something that happens on the back in slavery times or whatever like that. So it kind of gives that balance when it comes to the show. Yeah, she really does a lot of narrating through the show and really goes through a step-by-step through their everyday life. Now, I'm not going to say the name of the episode, but you have a lot of particular cameos that come across, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, on the barbecue episode, Mike Epps makes an appearance. Kim Whitley shows up to do a cameo. Can't remember his name right now, my bad, but he showed up, and I was like, dang, he's aging kind of good. He showed up in episodes of Martin and Living Single towards the end of it. He usually played the boss type role or whatever, but this time he's like the granddad at the barbecue. This lady played the grandma at the cookout, but she actually did roles on Half and Half, that show with Essence Atkins where she played the mom there. Yeah, remember her? Same person, right? Crazy. Yeah, that's how she looks now. Still looks good for her age, right? Even got a cameo from Tyler Perry. Like, for real. Yeah, and I said things in the past before about his movies being repetitive and stuff like that, but he gave one of the best 6-minute dialogues I've ever heard from him in any movie when I really stop and think about it. But that's even my, you know, that's my opinion. That's even choice. That's either here nor there. But he makes an appearance in here, so it's like, all right, kudos, good job. Yeah, we even got a couple of episodes with Nia Long in it. And I was like, okay. The funny thing about her role is she's trying to play this role like she's a publicist for JoJo when she's trying to create this book. Kind of takes me back, you know, back in the day, you know, when she did a similar type of role for, you know, a guy named Taye Diggs in the movie called, what was that movie called? The Best Man. Yeah, she kind of rehashed that, but I mean, I get it's for, you know, what's the name type of show, you know what I'm saying? It's for like a love and hip hop type of show or like a reality TV type of thing. So I get it. I mean, it was cool. You know, it just made me think about that. And let me be clear, like there's nothing wrong with that. And just to be clear and get this out the way, Neil Long will for always and forever be fucking awesome. So I just want to be clear, like reality shows are not really my thing, but I was kind of feeling this one. I at least like season 1. Like it's pretty cool. Black AF, you know what I'm saying? And like I said before, Drea is easily the MVP of this show. I mean, that's my real take on it anyway. That's how I feel personally, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Some good old family fun. You know what I mean? Netflix it. Check that joint out. Black AF, or I like to call it Black as fuck. And make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that notification button. It's your boy. I'm out. Slickdeezy out the Heezy, Mister. Big.